Hello, my name is Philip and this is For Phrasal Verbs. In this video, I'm going to be talking about phrasal verbs that can be used at Christmas time, although of course they can be used at any other time as well. You can see them over here. They are dress up, give out, put up and wrap up. There's also the time of the quiz and the comment practice. Just a reminder, there's an accompanying poster available for this video. The link is in the text description. You can either download it to your device as reference or you can print it and make notes on it. So let's get started. Dress up. Dress up can be separable or inseparable, transitive or intransitive. It depends on who you're talking about. Now the definition, I've got my notes here that you can see as well, is to wear more formal clothes than normal. So if you normally wear jeans and a t-shirt and then one time you have to wear a shirt with a tie or you have to wear a dress or something like that, that would be dressing up, wearing much more formal clothes than you would normally do. But it also means to wear a fancy dress costume, and a perfect example of that would be Halloween, where people wear those type of costumes. So let's look at the examples I've got. We always dress up for our Christmas lunch. Now this one is the intransitive, and really it's inseparable because you're talking about yourself. Now you could say, I dress myself up, but no, you just say I dress up. And this means those people wear more formal clothes for their Christmas dinner. And the second example is Jane likes to dress her son up as an elf at Christmas. Now, of course, this one is transitive, because you have to specify who you are dressing up, and in this case it's her son and it's the elf with the ears probably, so this is a fancy dress costume. So let's look at some real world examples. Okay, so I think this is a really funny tweet. This is, at my funeral, can someone please dress up in all black with an umbrella and watch from a distance like in the movies, huh? So it's that idea, you know, normally see when there's a funeral, which is of course very sad, there's somebody in the background and they've got the umbrella and the dark clothes and everybody's like, who's that, I don't know. And it's this idea that this person had a life outside of the family, and that's really what she's talking about. So it's a really funny tweet there, I like that one. And then the next one is putting on costume is cosplay. Cosplay is the idea of dressing up as characters from TV shows and often video games. What happened in your situation is a normal occurrence when many people dress up as popular characters with basic superhero poses. So this person is saying that anybody who wears a costume of a character on TV or something like that is basically doing cosplay, because cosplay can sometimes have negative connotations. There's no reason why it should, but people complain about it. I'm just trying to understand what the problem was. So there we go. In this case, this is using fancy dress costumes to appear as a special character. Give out. Give out is separable and transitive, and it means to distribute something. Now, in this context, I'm really thinking about presents. Now, you could talk about, I'm going to give my presents to somebody, but by adding out, it gives the idea that there are many presents and you are distributing them. So let's look at the examples I've got. Sally likes to give out her presents immediately after Christmas lunch. Now, if you said Sally likes to give her presents, that would work as well. But give out just gives that impression of there's all people sitting around waiting for their presents. And then the second example, when does your family give their presents out at Christmas? So there we go, we can see that it is separable. Let's look at some real world examples. Having our Christmas tomorrow, well, today, before we all start going home for the festive period, I get to give out presents. I'm so excited. So Hannah's there, really excited about giving her presents. And the next one is, what an absolute blessing to give presents out today to the elderly in nursing homes with Kate and Bess. Hope to do this with everyone in our Falcon football family. All right. Now, the elderly is a polite way of saying older people. So again, you can see that this is separable. Put up. Put up is separable and transitive, and it means to display or place something so that people can see it. Now, I'm really thinking about decorations. You put up the decorations. So let's look at some examples. Jack always gets excited about putting up his Christmas decorations. And don't forget to put the sign up outside the shop. Now this of course might not be Christmas decorations, it just means placing the sign, whatever it is, so that people can see it. And that's often what it means. When it's up, you'll notice my hands are going up because we often put them in high places to make sure that they're easy to see. You don't very often see people putting Christmas decorations on the floor. So let's look at some examples. This is Tanya. She says, put my decorations up last night to cheer me up. Now she's got a second phrasal verb there, which I put in orange instead of yellow. And to cheer herself up means to make herself happy. And then you can see some photographs of that. And then Abby has got, I like to put up Christmas decorations in stages, in parts. This is the stage where I sit on the couch with lasagna and stare at the boxes. So this is just like a funny tweet that she's got the boxes ready, but she's just not about to do the work. Wrap up. Wrap up is separable and transitive, and it means to put paper around something, often a present. Now, you can just use the verb wrap. I'm going to wrap the presents. But by wrapping up the presents, it gives it more of a feel that it is a present instead of just something like a box. You wouldn't normally wrap up a box that you send to the office, but as soon as you start talking about presents and the paper is more decorative, then you were talking about wrap it up. So some examples. Jack hates having to wrap up all the presents because it takes so long. Who helped Sally wrap the chocolates up? They did a terrible job. All right, so some examples. This is Jacob. I'm just gonna buy my own Christmas presents and wrap them up. Merry Christmas to me. Good idea, Jacob. And then the next one. One year my stepdad made me wrap up my own presents and made out to me, another phrasal verb meaning tricked her, made her believe they were for my brother. Lol, which is laugh out loud. So poor Tigan had to wrap up her own presents, poor thing. Okay, it's time for the quiz. And in this video, there's only one game, just to make things a little bit shorter and more concise. Time for the comment practice. There's only one comment practice. I want you to write a short paragraph that uses each phrasal verb. So that's 4 short paragraphs. But I want you to try and find a situation that happened to you recently, or happened to somebody else you know, or happened in a movie or a TV show you're watching. I want you to use something that seems real in your life because you are more likely to remember and then be able to use those phrasal verbs after you've done that. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful. This is a subscription button. If you think my content is useful, please consider subscribing. Up here is a basic introduction to phrasal verbs, and down here is a video that YouTube thinks is a good fit for you based on what you've been watching recently. And remember, do something every single day to improve your English. See ya.